Welcome to Awe Studio, everyone. Today I'm going to show you with just a wet piece of paper and two colors, lemon yellow and Prussian blue, how you can create green that is going to evoke the feeling of leaves. But we're not going to start by outlining leaves or even looking at a picture of leaves. In fact, it's better if this comes entirely from your imagination, because whether you're a beginner or a very advanced painter, people often come to me and say, well, I can't really find my own images. How can I learn to do that from the imagination? So that's what today's project is going to be about, and you won't need to be experienced at all to enjoy this video. Okay, this is going to be so quick and easy. All you have to do is start with your yellow. And I just want you to get a really rich yellow and spread it out on the paper with lots of water. We'll just let ourselves experience the joy of using pure yellow and how it brings a certain lightness of being to our mood and possibly even to our day. Just spread it out over the entire picture. Some areas may be lighter yellow when you use more water, and others can be richer when there's more pigment. And if you need a little more time to get your yellow on the page, just pause the video now and then continue on when you're ready. So when you're ready, take this Prussian blue or ultramarine blue. I like the Prussian. And I want you to just blob on, not even caring how you're doing it. In fact, the more blobby, the better. And just make a spread of blue. And you can see that mine is even running, which is just fine. I could even pick it up and let it run like that. And it already kind of evokes a certain kind of plant-like feature. So now what I'm going to do is look at what I see, and I'm going to create it into a plant form. Can you see with your imagination how this kind of looks like green leaves and a plant form with the yellow as the background? Let's see if we can make it a little more visible. Tilt the blue jar and get some more blue on your brush and just look for the forms that you see might be considered leaf-like. I could see one that's here in a darker blue. I could see another one that's here, and I'll just kind of outline that one, and it might be in front. How about these back here? I'll dry off my brush and just go around the form with the dry brush to hold the green in place. There's so much water on this painting that it tends to bleed or bloom a lot unless I use a little bit more of a dry brush. But here I'm just going to follow or respect what I see the picture tells me. Do you see a sort of stem here? It could be leading up to these forms. And another one here. And then we do want to see that yellow. So wash the brush, dry it on the rag, and if you think that you should lift off somewhere so that we can see a little more separation of the plant leaves, then take your dry brush and pull or wick off some of the water with your dry brush. This will help to form the leaves or the plant-like gesture. And then with a very clean brush, you can come back to the very deep, thick pigment of the color, and you can replace back between the leaves. You'll have to be careful that you don't do too much wiping with the clean yellow, because it will tend to then just bleed together into green. But you may get a couple of swipes. You can keep working in this way and find the forms that you think are leaf. Maybe you want them to be a little bit less perfectly shaped. That's fine. Do what you think looks natural. And then again, dry your brush off and form it into a nice tip like this. And then take your blue jar and just get some thick blue on the flat part of your brush and look within the forms to find where you might accentuate the leaf-like gesture. This is the details that really create your plant form. Don't worry about it being perfect, because nothing is perfect, for one thing, but also, particularly with such a lively green theme, we want it to be gesture and feeling rather than an anatomical or scientific creation of this plant. If we wanted to do scientific illustration, we could learn that too. But this is about letting your imagination find what is in the picture. I hope you enjoyed that quick rendition of green, and that you'll practice this and learn that you don't have to be perfect in order to create something from your imagination.